Welcome back to the channel. This video is about how to dig your own lugworms, but also shows a few other baits too. I've recently moved to a new area, so I didn't know the best beach for worms, and as you can see here, the first beach I tried was almost impossible to dig because it was too stony. But on beaches like this, you can still find bait. In the top few inches, in the very wet areas, you can find shrimp. Another way to catch these is dragging a net through the shallows, scraping it along the bottom. The next beach I tried was much better. Beaches like this are perfect for lugworm. Dirty looking sand with a few rocks and weed, and I find the best ones are either on or near an estuary. For digging lugworm, there's two ways to go about it. The first way is to find a worm cast, which is the squiggly little pile of sand here, with a small hole or dimple in the sand next to it. There's a worm in between the sand pile and a little hole. So you can find these and target individual worms. The worms are usually around 5 inches deep, right between the cast and the little hole. The other way to target the worms, and this is probably my preferred method, is to find a spot on the beach that has lots of worm casts bunched close together and dig out the whole area where the casts are concentrated. So we got 4 out that little area. I'm just going to fill it back in and look for another spot that's got a lot of casts. That was only 5 minutes in, we got 4 worms. Most of the time it does take less effort digging if you target individual worms, but at this spot on the beach there was dozens of casts really close together, and I was sometimes getting 2 or even 3 worms in a fork full of sand. I was also finding lots of cockles. Not all beaches will have these, but they're a welcome bonus. They're great bait for flatfish and even bass. I like digging the drier sand with no water on top. It's much easier to dig than wet areas like the spot to the right of the screen here. There's a lot of casts here, but it's really wet, so it's not ideal to dig because the water kind of floods into your hole and fills it back in as you're lifting it out. And with it being so wet, I think the worms have a better chance of getting away because the sand's a little bit looser, they can escape faster. But if I can find it in the bucket, you can catch another kind of bait here as well, and I got one on the last dig. I'll try and find them in here. Oh, I seen him there. There it is. Oh! It's a little Sandeel. Where's he went? There it is. So you've got a chance of finding them if you're in the really wet sand. I'm going to let him go, just because I've only got the one. There's no point in keeping him, so I'll just let him go on his way. Probably try and bury himself right back in. And there he goes. You see what I mean? That the water's just rushing back in and filling the hole as you go. It makes digging a lot more difficult, but you can find some other baits here as well. I did get a worm there. I've damaged them though. Cut them in half. Still good bait though. Oh, there's the other half as well. So we've been digging for about an hour. We've got that little sandeel. I've got a bunch of cockles, and this bucket's absolutely teeming with worms. We've got some really good sized ones as well. That's a big chunk. We've got loads there. We've got enough for maybe 2 or 3 sessions. I hope you found this video useful. Digging your own bait saves a lot of money, and it can also let you know what areas of beach have lots of natural feed, and that should be where the fish are concentrated when the tide's in as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.